Sir, I want to know from the government, sir, is the budget exercise meant to mislead the parliament? And why should we trust this government? For example, sir, the budget estimate for gross tax revenue 2019 was 24.6 lakh crore. Now, in the second budget presented by the Honorable Finance Minister on 1st February, the revised estimate for gross tax revenue year 19-20 is 21.6 lakh crore. There is a huge difference of 3 lakh crore. I want to know from the government side, sir, why was this overestimation done? Who did this? Because you have the parliament is sacrosanct, you cannot mislead the parliament. It was done, sir, because to help to peg the budget estimate for the fiscal deficit lower than what a more accurate revenue estimate would have allowed. And this was warned by...
Anticipation is not misleading the parliament.
Pardon, sir?
Anticipation is not misleading the parliament.
No, sir, it is misleading the parliament. I'll tell you why. Because, let me corroborate, sir. You have asked a very right question. Mr. Atin Roy, he is a member of the Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council. He wrote an article. He warned this government. And what we see is that within a few weeks, he was dropped from the Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council. I'll give you a second example, sir. Again, in this year budget, the government is trying to hide the fiscal deficit by overestimating the gross tax revenue for year 2021. It is 24.2 lakh crore. That is gross tax revenue. Budget will see a growth of 12% from 1920 to 2021. Sir, when the budget estimate for nominal GDP growth for year 2021 is only 10%, how can we have a 12% growth, sir? Third point, sir. The fiscal crisis which government refused to acknowledge the fiscal crisis, sir. I'll tell you why, sir. Budget is seeking Parliament's permission for invoking the escape clause under FRBM because right now the fiscal deficit is 3.8% of GDP. Sir, for an escape clause to be invoked, an independent council has to be formed. Where is the independent council? Has the independent council given the advice? No. What is the roadmap? We don't know. Fourth point, sir. This government, Modi government, is so broke that it is even borrowing money to pay for salaries and pension for its employees, sir. So the budget speech gives a lot of absolute figures for allocated scheme sectors, but there is no absolute growth. The finance minister assumes that we don't know. Example, sir, again, MG, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. In 2021, 61,500 crore versus revised estimate for spending in 1920, 71,000 crores. It has been decrease of 13.8%, sir. It has decreased, sir. National, you want to say something? I'll sit down. No, I'll sit down. You can take. But sir, you take his time. It's not my time. He's taking my time.
No, if you are yielding to him,
he's taking my time, sir. I'm not yielding. He's taking my time.
Then you continue.
You can add his time to me, sir.
No, please.
Sir, National Health Mission allocation decreased by 5.1%. In the present debate, the Prime Minister spoke so eloquently about infrastructure. You know how much has been given, sir? 12,500 crores. And the Prime Minister against the VIP culture. For SPG, the budget is 600 crores. For infrastructure, it's 12,500 crores. And moreover, sir, SPG budget is not audited, is not covered by CAG. No audit is done. But again, infrastructure only 12. By what will we gain? What infrastructure will be created by 12,500 crores? Only the government can answer. GST, sir. GST, the Prime Minister has taken credit for it. Sir, GST, I'm telling you, 14%. Read paragraph 106. What the Finance Minister is saying? Hereafter, transfers to the fund would be limited only to collection by way of GST compensation. Says, this is the grave, dishonest way of completely ignoring the GST Act. You have to give 14% compensation. 1.5 lakh crore funds have not been given to the states, sir. How will the states compensate now? They have made budget on that basis. So, GST again, Mr. N.K. Singh, Chairman of 15 Finance Commission, says that frequent changes have resulted in a clutter that has made compliance difficult for business. His own 15 Finance Commission Chairman is saying this. Sir, and then Honorable Minister is sitting here. Look at the way budget is created, sir. Ministry of Communication, 4,000 crores is given. For what? The Ministry of Communication will give that 4,000 crores to government for GST. Fantastic, sir. Great wisdom in this. Now coming to minorities budget, sir. It is not the question of increasing budget. The question is, for example, sir, what is the Muslim literacy rate? It is the lowest. It is 68.5%. National is 74%. Pre-matric, post-matric scholarships, sir. The government is giving only to 35 lakh 60,000 minority students. What is the number of applicants, sir, for pre-matric? 75 lakh. Post-matric, 18 lakhs. Merit cum means is 2 lakh. Day in, day out, I have been demanding that please make it demand driven. Please make it demand driven. You gave a commitment that 1 crore scholarship would be given, but you don't do it. You only words for minorities, but when it comes to actual implementation, zero. That is the example I'm giving, sir. Sir, the unit cost of scholarship of minorities has not been increased from 2007 and 8. Sir, 1,000 per annum is given pre-matric scholarship. Please make it at least, according to inflation, increase the admission tuition fees for the post-matric, increase it to at least 10,000 rupees. The criteria of scholarship, 50%, do away with it. We don't want that. You want more students because, sir, All India survey says 17.3 lakh Muslims are in higher education. How do you give them? You want to increase their participation.